Good evening and happy Tuesday as we welcome you into the Glow Fiber Gymnasium here in Circleville as the Tigers are set to host the Logan Elm Braves in some Tuesday night MSL action along with Shane Combs. My name is Dewey Daly as we welcome you into tonight's coverage. Shane, glad to have you back up here in the Bird's Nest at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. Should be a great way to kick off our volleyball coverage. We've got a couple of good matches on tap this week.
Well, just as we said the other night on overtime, just have been really anxious to get this week started because of the Tuesday, Thursday action we're going to have the privilege of calling, and that starts here tonight with a couple rivalries. Another thing we talked about on the podcast there, and this has been some pretty high-level volleyball here in recent history, and we've been lucky enough to watch some of it. Now we're going to get another chapter of it here tonight.
Yeah, Wheelersburg at Gallia Academy, that one coming up in just a couple days this Thursday night. That should be a good one. But as for tonight, an MSL matchup between Logan Elm and Circleville. This is one we've had circled on our calendar for about the last week.
Yeah, well, two schools that, pretty short drive over the way here for Logan Elm, and the girls know each other really well, and seems to always be kind of a throw the records out the window type of matchup. But in this case, both records are really good, and there's talent on both sides of the net, and I think that should equal what should be a pretty competitive match tonight.
Logan Elm coming into tonight on the road, 7-1 overall, 1-0 in the MSL. Under head coach Aaron Ridenauer, they suffered their first loss last week to New Lexington. Now, that was a best of three, so it was a 2-0 loss to the Panthers of New Lexington, and New Lexington currently 5-1. Their only loss is to Meadowbrook, and we know how good of a program they run over there in Byesville, so certainly a tough opponent in the Mustangs. But as for Logan Elm, they hadn't dropped a set until that 2-0 loss to New Lexington. They've had an outstanding start to this season.
Well, those were two competitive sets over the weekend. I believe the one was 27-25, and when you look at that, Dewey, I mean, we kind of forget sometimes here in the Southeast District about New Lex. You remember last year we had a chance to see them down at Waverly. That was on the Adena tournament trail, if I remember correctly, and they were really good with a lot coming back. So certainly tested over the weekend there a little bit. New Lex got the better of them. Maybe that's just enough to refocus Logan Elm just a little bit coming into a key league match here this evening.
As for the Circleville Tigers, they sit at 4-1, 1-1 in the Mid-State League under head coach Crystal Thornsley. They suffered their first loss of the season, a straight set loss at Bloom Carroll. We were talking to some fans pregame, and they just talked about how this Bulldog team in the MSL seemed like they graduated a lot coming off of last year, but they're still just as good coming into this season. Definitely one of the top programs, not only in the MSL, but in the coverage area as well.
Well, no question. I've had 3 or 4 people here just tonight talk so highly of Bloom Carroll. And, look, this Circleville team, haven't had a chance to see them in person yet this year, and I'm looking forward to tonight to do so. It just seems like following them on paper, they've been pretty good, probably just a little bit missing from what they anticipated coming in. There's could be a lot of reasons for that. New kids moving into new roles, obviously the tough competition they've played in some spots here early on, and look, this could be a great opportunity for them tonight here playing at home to kind of find themselves here a little bit and get a big win.
For the Tigers, last season they finished up at 17-8, 10-2 in the Mid-State League, including 2 3-set wins over Logan Elm. And for the Tigers, they've won 6 consecutive matches over the Braves of Logan Elm, and in that time span, they've taken 18 of 19 sets. So it's been a dominant 3-year stretch for the Tigers.
Well, and that matters. I really believe that, because I think what happens is when you get into tight situations, you start to play some. I think we see that at all levels of sports and across different sports. Sometimes that mental edge can mean a lot. You're used to winning. Other teams maybe haven't had success to get over the hump. That could play a factor. That's why I think that first set coming up here could be really valuable.
Last time Logan Elm took down Circleville, that came back on September 30th of 2021. It was a straight set win over the Tigers. So Logan Elm looking for their first win over Circleville in a little under 4 years. Shane, some impact players. Obviously, we've seen Claire King this season. She had her junior season last year shortened a little bit, only appeared in a little under half of the total sets for the Braves last season. But for Circleville, who do you expect to see step up here tonight?
Well, I think the overall size led by Addison Edgington is going to be really, really important. She comes in averaging about 4 kills per set as well as a block. And, that matchup, they're going to be outstanding, King and Edgington there at the net. And look for the depth across the other, especially the 3 rotations when those 2 young ladies are not in the front row. But if you haven't had a chance to see Logan Elm, they're a unique situation because of King's injury a year ago. They had so many kids have to step up and play roles. Now they've been able to come back into probably a more comfortable role, but they've had that experience. They've been forced to have that leadership, and it's put them in some big situations that I think prepares them well for a match like tonight.
If you've seen Logan Elm volleyball the last few seasons, you know what you can expect from the 6-foot senior Claire King. 111 kills already this season, averaging right around 5%. But Shane, who are some other Braves that we are going to see make an impact here tonight at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium?
Love talking about Kennedy Groth every time I get the chance. I think she's one of the really undervalued players in our entire coverage area. And I think a lot of it, Dewey, has to do with maybe she stuffs the stat sheet, but she doesn't overwhelm you in any one category. She does do a lot of setting for Coach Ridenauer, probably up around 8 assists per set. But it's just, you almost have to watch her to appreciate her. She does so many little intangibles. She'll be a big, big factor in what they do. They'll need Adeline Smith to hit with some efficiency out of that strong side. And then, as always, your serve receive led by Sadie Binkley and Kimberly Petty, and some of those kids in the back row will be really, really important.
And we obviously mentioned Gallia Academy hosting Wheelersburg this Thursday. I believe that'll be our 5th volleyball live stream this season. That, along with tonight, should make for an outstanding week of volleyball coverage here on SOSA.
4 teams this week that I believe have every right to have expectations to play deep into the district tournament, if not the Sweet 16.
Little under 3 minutes to go here in the pregame. We'll go ahead and take our first break. You're listening to Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months, 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to the Glow Fiber Gymnasium here in Circleville. Shane Combs along with Dewey Daly bringing you tonight's Ohio High School volleyball coverage. Circleville and Logan Elm set to square off in a little under 2 minutes here in Pickaway County. Obviously with John Bruce out of town, Shane, I had to fill in you and I on this week's episode of Overtime presented by Perfection One. One of the things we talked about was the idea of rivalries. Now, one thing we really honed in on was the football side of things, but certainly volleyball, soccer, other platforms for rivalries to form and take place.
I would think naturally in Pickaway County, some of these schools have been quote-unquote rivals. In volleyball, I think it checks a lot of the boxes we talked about on the show the other night, the geography. Been pretty competitive. I know you read off some good numbers there about Circleville's had the momentum, if you will, here lately. But overall, usually pretty competitive. They're both key factors, and then being pretty similar size school. A lot of times in the postseason, you're even fighting each other at that point for a third time. So, yeah, I think from what we talked about on the show the other night, that has a lot of the characteristics of a good rivalry.
And staying in Pickaway County, but moving out of the MSL, a team you've spoken pretty highly of, the Westfall Mustangs, a team that Logan Elm has beaten so far this season.
Yeah, Westfall's a team that's year in, year out. Remember, last year they beat Wheelersburg in the non-league. So, again, this year already competing well with Logan Elm and Circleville. I'll be anxious to see how they go in the SVC as we get going.
So again, the Circleville Tigers set to host the Logan Elm Braves in some MSL action here on this Tuesday night. The national anthem coming up here in Pickaway County. We'll take our second break of the pregame. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news, Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top-quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
We welcome you back to the Glo Fiber Gymnasium here at Circleville High School. The Tigers are set to host the Logan Elm Braves in a Tuesday night MSL matchup. Shane Combs along with Dewey Daly bringing you tonight's coverage. And Shane, one thing that I was getting to just before we come back, but I figured I would save it for one last pregame conversation. It's interesting when you go from conference to conference, sometimes you'll see the rules that all 4 officials need to be licensed officials, but then you go to different ones and it's just the 2 line judges, and it just differences between conferences.
That's a great point. Obviously, as you get into the postseason, the OHSA will step in, and you'll see that some leagues have voted to go ahead and have all 4 hired. Others have stayed. It's obviously a financial situation, and then as well as the area and the volleyball and some of the ADs and the ability to get it. Some use the assigner as well. So, again, it is interesting conference to conference to see how that's handled.
Just now tuning in, Logan Elm on the road taking on the Circleville Tigers. One thing we did talk about in the pregame is just the history for Coach Aaron Ridenauer and the success he has had not only at Logan Elm but just throughout his entire career.
Yeah, he really is. I first met Coach Ridenauer when he had come to Uniota. I want to say that was his second stop of his career, maybe third. And he had some outstanding teams there. Some of our volleyball listeners will remember Alexis Overley, really talented player there at the Uniota. And then he had a nice stretch there. And then obviously now what he's done at Logan Elm. And I feel like this year coming in, the expectations are high, and so far so good at 7-1.
For the Circleville Tigers under head coach Crystal Thornsley, not only making an impact here in the fall on the hardwood, but also a part of the staff with Coach Bigham in the winter as well for a girls basketball team here at Circleville that's had a lot of success.
Yeah, and I think that's a neat combo because, again, you have relationships. You know, coaching, anyone who's been in coaching will tell you it's relationships, and I think that allows you to work with kids in a variety of ways. You're wearing a couple different hats, and you get to really know them, and obviously they've had a lot of success here, and the solid coaching's got a big role in that.
And Shane, one thing we've talked about throughout our coverage this season is new players and new positions, and for the Tigers, that is something we're going to see here tonight as Allie Thornsley has more of a ball handling role now this season.
That was an interesting thing that jumped out at me on the stat sheet. I know they have a bunch of size across the net, so I'm anxious to see how that rotation plays out, and she shows off a couple different skill sets throughout her career here on the volleyball court.
Thornsley led the Tigers last season as a sophomore in offense. She now leads them this season with 119 assists. She still does have 10 kills on the season, so right around 2 per match thus far, but it's definitely taken on more of a ball handling role. And for the Braves, in terms of ball handling, that's something we'll definitely see, as we'll see a lot of Kennedy Groff, but also Kiana Ingram getting in the mix as well.
Yeah, Kiana Ingram, the last time we had watched them, will hit out of that strong side, and then she'll do some setting across the back, because remember, Groff will also hit. She comes in averaging right around a kill and a half per set.
So both teams wearing black here tonight, so to make it simple for you, it'll be the Circleville Tigers on the left side of the floor, Logan Elm on the right side, with Sadie Binkley wearing the alternate white jersey for the Braves, and Claire Davis, the 5'1" senior, wearing the alternate red jersey for Circleville.
I know the headlines will go to the size and the athleticism at the net sometimes, but that the service game being the aggressive risk-reward serving on the one side, and then the ability to serve, receive it. Obviously, Davis and Binkley will play a big role in that.
So we'll start on the right side of the floor. It'll be Logan Elm to get things going with Kimberly Petty. She leads the Braves with 11 aces this season, and we are underway from Pickaway County. A service error for Logan Elm, and it's 1-0 Circleville.
That's been a big thing with Petty on the risk reward. The 11 aces also, that's her 12th error on the year, so sometimes we see that, especially early on with the adrenaline.
Now Drew Hoskins serves it away. Kennedy Groff brings it near side. Claire King down the line, gets it up over the tape, and a free ball over by Kayla Fleck. Now Groff back to King. This time she gets the kill. It's 1-1.
Nice job by Logan Elm, that block in play. They come right back and go right back to King and give her another swing.
Now the 5'8" senior Kennedy Groff back to serve for Logan Elm. Thornsley brings it backside for Edgington into the back row for the kill.
Edgington swings with that left hand, so again, what you'll hear us refer to as opposite or weak side sometimes, that's her strong side. That's her ability to come and get a real good look at it.
Kaylee West, the junior, serves it away for the Tigers. Kennedy Groff keeps it right down the middle for Claire King, who spikes it down for the kill.
Yeah, tough serve. Just caught a little bit of the sideline there. Give Ingram, I believe it was, on that serve receive a lot of credit. Pass on target.
The JV match was going to be telling of what we would see here at the varsity level. We should be in for a good one here tonight. Thornsley goes far side. Blakeman rolls it over. A nice play by Smith to keep it alive. Marlo Smith back over to the Tigers now, and Edgington will flip it over with the right hand. Bump set from Binkley near side. Adeline Smith far to the back line, and it's 3-2 Circleville.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pre-match coverage there, Adeline Smith on the outside will be a big factor, especially her efficiency. She's had some hitting error issues.
Fleck serves it away for the Tigers. King brings it down the middle. That's Adeline Smith. Free ball on the second touch. Back over by Edgington. Now King with the right hand and dug up on the other side by the Tigers. Edgington with the left hand. Back over to the Braves, and she comes away with the kill. So Edgington already with a handful of swings here in the first set. As Fleck is back to the service line for Circleville. Another bump set from Kling. It's Adeline Smith from the attack line. She sticks it in, her first kill for the night.
Good sign there. Smith comes right back with an aggressive swing and gets one, and that'll send King to the back row for the first time tonight. So let's really pay attention, Dewey, to these matchups as we start to get into the 4th, 5th, and 6th rotations.
Thornsley on the second touch, finds a hole in, sticks it in. It's 5-3 Circleville.
Yeah, so athletic. Setting up there in the front row, which makes her live, which means she can attack above the net, and she certainly does so there successfully.
Now the southpaw Addison Edgington serves it away. Groff brings it near side for Smith, who comes away with the kill. Now the 5'6" senior Kiana Ingram rotates in, and she'll be back to the service line for Coach Ridenhour. Thornsley goes far side. Drew Hoskins' first opportunity tonight. And it looks like a no-touch ruling at the net, so it's 4 for the Tigers. And that'll even it up at 5-5.
Yeah, as Ingram serves here, she'll set across the back row, and you'll notice Groff becomes a hitter across the front row now.
Thornsley from the attack line sets it up to Kayla Fleck, who's unable to get it up over the net. And Circleville takes a 6-5 lead here in the first. Thornsley back setting near side for Blakeman, dug up by Smith on the other side, but nobody home for the second touch. Miscommunication in the front row for Logan Elm, and we're evened up at 6-6.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Coach Ridenhour, lack of communication.
Blankman serves it away and into the net, right back to the Braves with a 1-point lead. Thornsley bump setting to Hoskins on the far side. A roll shot that trickles just up over the tape. It falls in, and we're evened up at 7-all.
Yeah, Hoskins, a great size and athleticism, listed at 6 foot, comes in right around 2.5 kills per set.
Now the junior Allie Thornsley back to the service line. Ingram back setting far side. That's the freshman Evie Liggins. It's sent right back to the Braves. Now Ingram back over to the Tigers. Free ball over by Hoskins. Ingram goes backside. Kennedy Groff with an attacking opportunity. She tools the block and gets the kill.
Really good set from Ingram there, and a good job of all the hitters going. It really had the block hesitating to go, and as a result, Groff's able to tool the block.
Now Kimberly Petty back to the service line for Logan Elm. Thornsley sets it up. Emily Edgington, her first swing of the night. Kept alive and sent back to the Tigers. Now Blankman sets it up near side for Hoskins. Blocked up top by King. And back to the Tigers now. It looks like we'll have a violation, a double touch against Logan Elm, and that'll even it up at 8-all.
Yeah, they'll let just about anything go nowadays in the game of volleyball unless you're knocking it across the net to the other side, and that's what I think was the call there.
Groff sets it up near side for King. She sends it over on the free ball, but comes away with the kill.
Well, take it again. That's got to be frustrating for Circleville. You get them out of system. What should be a free ball on your attack ends up in a Logan Elm point.
So back and forth first set so far as Kennedy Groff serves it away for the Braves. Near side, the lefty Addison Edgington, a big swing, but a nice dig from Groff. Free ball over by Binkley, back to the Tigers now. Near side, it's Edgington once again, and this time she gets the kill.
Which is high-level volleyball. First of all, the setting there of Thornsley was outstanding, and then Groff with a great dig. They come back, and the Thornsley to Edgington duo one more time. That time gets the kill.
Kaylee West serves it away. And she sneaks it in the near sideline for the ace. So the Tigers, the first to double digits here in the opener.
Just as we expected, very competitive start here in the first set.
Groff sets it up. King down the middle, a big swing for the kill.
Again, it's Ingram. Accurate pass on target, and they're able to go quick and low, and the block just can't get there in time. King with that aggressive approach.
Hoskins, a bump set out of the back row and a roll shot over by Blakeman. Now Groff brings it near side for Smith, dug up in the back row by Hoskins. Thornsley back to Hoskins, and it's a roll shot back over to Logan Elm. Kennedy Groff to King with the right hand. A nice dig from Thornsley to keep it alive. Far side, Blakeman down the line. Dug up in the back row by the Braves. Now far side, it's Macy Green, her first attacking opportunity of the night. And Thornsley sends it back to the Braves. Free ball over by Adeline Smith. Thornsley backside, down the line for the kill. It's Kayla Fleck. 11-10, Circleville leading.
Outstanding rally back and forth. Really good back row defensive play on both sides. And then, again, utilizing the back set and a big swing from Fleck.
Fleck trying to more or less lob it over the net. Unable to do so. Service there evens it up at 11-all.
Yeah, uncharacteristic. Comes in serving right around 95%.
Shane, I don't know that we've had a 2-point lead so far. I think the largest lead has been 1 point going either way. Thornsley goes to Hoskins, far side into the net. Logan Elm retakes the lead.
So again, King goes to the back row. Edgington on the other side will get one more front row opportunity here.
Thornsley goes to Blakeman, far side for the kill.
See what happens there, is you got the athletic setter live in the middle. You got Edgington on the backside, and the block just doesn't respect that strong side. You got to go to it just enough to punish them. That time they do with Blakeman.
Edgington serves it away. Groff goes far side. Marlo Smith dug up by Edgington in the back row as Thornsley goes to Blakeman, far side for the kill.
Another good swing from Blakeman. Can't say enough. Allie Thornsley's really, really talented at this setting position.
Edgington serves it away, nearly gets the ace as King brings it back into play. Liggins over on the free ball. Thornsley setting it up tight to the net, tipped over by Hoskins. And she comes away with the kill as Circleville, for what I believe will take the first 2-point lead of the night.
On the free ball, they tried to go fast. Thornsley pushed it out there in front to Hoskins. They weren't quite on the same page, but Hoskins, so athletic, made the adjustment to stay out of the net and deliver the kill.
So back-to-back kills. I believe actually 3 in a row for Circleville has them out to a 14-12 lead here in the opening set against Logan Elm. Something we mentioned in the pregame is that the Tigers have taken 6 consecutive matches over the Braves. In that time span, they've taken 18 of 19 sets, so it's been 5 straight set wins and 1 win in 4. So certainly a dominant stretch for the Tigers over the Braves, as their last win over Circleville came back in 2021.
Well, and I think those are some great numbers. I think that's why this first set, just from a mental edge and momentum, so valuable.
So out of the timeout, Addison Edgington will serve it away for Circleville. Groff comes to Smith near side, and she gets the kill.
Adeline's third kill here in the opening set. That's a great sign there on the strong side. They really need production out of her. Sadie Binkley hasn't been in action yet this evening, I don't believe.
Thornsley going to the far side for Hoskins. She rolls it over, dug up in the back row by King. Now far side, another swing for Smith. It's sent right back to the Braves as Ingram brings it near side for Groff. Tightrope action up on the tape, and it's back to the Braves side out of the back row. King with a nice swing. Well, Allie Thornsley on the second touch sneaks it back over and onto the Braves side for the kill.
The size of Circleville at the net's really been a factor so far. It doesn't always have to be with a block. Sometimes it's just a kind of a touch or a block in play.
Blakeman serves it away, an overpass that goes out of play, so an ace for Maddie Blakeman, the second tonight for Circleville.
Crucial time for Logan Elm here. You got King in the back row. Got to come up with a good serve receive here.
Ingram front setting right down the middle. Evie Liggins gets the kill.
Yeah, really like the freshman middle. We talked about her quite a bit earlier in the year when we had him at Zane Trace. I think she's got a really, really bright future.
Smith back to the service line for the Braves. Thornsley tight to the net, goes far side for Hoskins, another kill.
Talked about the size of Circleville. Hoskins with 3 kills, Blakeman with 3, Thornsley with 2, Fleck with 1, Addison Edgington with 3. Just a lot of balance up and down the net from all 6 rotation spots.
Allie Thornsley gets the ace.
Statistically, Thornsley struggled with the serve a little bit in the early going this year. Tonight, I see no signs of that.
4-point lead for the Tigers here in set 1. Overpass from the serve receive as the Tigers send it back to the Braves and quickly back over to Circleville. Now on the Braves side from the overpass, it's Gillian Savage up at the net. As it's tipped back over by the Tigers, they come away with the point, and it's 19-14. A lot of action going on during that rally, and the second timeout tonight here in set 1 for Logan Elm.
Yeah, the size of Circleville really starting to take over the opening set here. You could see it bothering some of the attacks of Logan Elm. Again, a lot of touches. Takes so much pressure off your back row when you're able to get the block put up there on time, especially when it's as big as the block that Circleville can provide.
So the second timeout of the opening set for Logan Elm as they trail Circleville 19-14. It's both teams looking for their second win in MSL play. Circleville sitting at 1-1, Logan Elm 1-0. So out of the timeout, it'll be Allie Thornsley back to the service line for the Tigers. Bump set near side, Savage into the back row and a dig from Davis. Far side, Blakeman out of the back row for the kill.
Blakeman enjoying a fast start here this evening with 4 kills. Like you said, that one coming from the back row, an impressive swing.
Thornsley remains at the service line for Circleville. So Ingram goes backside. The freshman Liggins blocked up top. Hoskins and Emily Edgington on the block for the Tigers. So after what was a back and forth start to the first set, Circleville slowly pulling away here in the back half of the set. It's a bump set from Binkley to Savage near side, blocked up top by the Tigers as Liggins rolls it over to Circleville. Thornsley keeps it near side for Kayla Fleck. She's blocked up top. That's Savage and Liggins on the block for the Braves.
Yeah, much needed there for the Braves. Just stop the bleeding. Get King back to the front row. That was a tough 3 rotations across the back for her.
Bump set from Thornsley, far side, a roll shot from Fleck. Kennedy Groff on the second touch. Blakeman right there for the dig. Near side, Hoskins a big swing. Savage gets the block. Back to the Braves now. It's a free ball attempted over by Savage, but she can't get it up over the tape, and it's 22-15, a 7-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, missed opportunity for Logan Elm. You had King back to the front row, unable to use her and give her a swing there. Now you're back down 7.
The senior Drew Hoskins serves it away. Kennedy Groff brings it near side. A big swing for Claire King, but she's blocked up top by Edgington. Don't see that too often.
Yeah, big-time block up high. Get those hands out over the net so you stay out of the net.
Another serve from Hoskins. Groff retreating out of bounds and a free ball over by Ingram. Bump set from Thornsley. Far side, it's Fleck with a roll shot. Dug up by Groff. Now King back to the Tigers. Now a dig from Thornsley near side with the left-handed Edgington. She gets the kill. Set point coming up for the Tigers.
Yeah, right around the middle of the set there, we were tied at 11, and then Circleville's just taken off from that point forward, and it's been all Tigers.
And a service error for Drew Hoskins. That'll send it back to the Braves. Thornsley goes far side for Fleck. She gets the kill, and the Tigers take the opening set. 25-16 the final. Set 2 coming up in a little under 3 minutes here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium, Circleville takes the opening set 25-16. Shane Combs along with Dewey Daly bringing you tonight's MSL volleyball matchup between the Tigers and Braves. And honestly, what started out as a pretty back and forth opening set, Shane, you mentioned Claire King seemed to get stuck in the back row for Logan Elm, and that's ultimately what opened the door for Circleville.
Well, that's been the question mark from day one for Logan Elm. You look at the stat sheet, King 4 kills, Addison Edgington 4 kills. So, right, they offset each other a little bit offensively. The difference is throughout the entire 6 spots of the rotation for the Tigers, they're able to get more. Blakeman with 4, Hoskins with 3, Thornsley with 2, Fleck with 2. So it's just it's coming from so many different spots offensively. And I would include that on the defensive side with how many blocks we've seen or touches at the net just to kind of slow down some of the other hitters there for Logan Elm.
So a little under a minute before set 2 gets rolling. For both of these teams, they're back in MSL action, and both teams will be on their home courts. For Circleville back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium this Thursday, taking on Hamilton Township. For Logan Elm, they'll head back home and take on Liberty Union also this Thursday. So both teams back in mid-state league action in a couple days.
Also pretty impressed with Circleville serving there in the opening set. They've struggled at times here in the early going this season with some errors. Now, they did have 3 errors still in that first set, but I just thought there was a lot of tough serves. Let's see, I think I've got them unofficially for 3 aces to offset those 3 errors. But it was another 4 or 5 balls that I thought they really served tough and kind of eliminate. I won't say eliminate, but certainly made it difficult for Logan Elm to go on a really good attack.
So it looks like we're just trying to get the rotations figured out, make sure everybody is squared away to begin set 2. Again, if you're just now tuning in, the Tigers took the opening set 25-16, and I don't believe either team led for more than 2 points until I think Circleville led 14-12 was the first time a double-digit lead was held. So the Tigers ultimately pulled away in the back half of the set, as it'll be the Tigers to get things going here in the second set. Allie Thornsley, the junior center, will serve it away for the Tigers. Set 2 underway here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. Groff brings it near side. It's King back over to the Tigers as Blakeman sets it up for Hoskins near side. Nice dig by Kennedy Groff. Binkley a bump set to Savage. She sneaks it up over the tape for the kill. It's one of those things we've talked about defensively for the Tigers, just a bit too far off the net. Thornsley sets it up far side. That's Emily Edgington. The Braves take a 2-0 lead.
Nice start for Logan Elm here. You're trying to answer right away, try to play out in front.
Thornsley goes far side. Kayla Fleck. Nice defensive play from Savage, dug up in the back row by Davis. Now Thornsley on the second touch, trying to sneak it into the back left corner. As of now, Logan Elm keeps it alive. Savage over on the free ball. Blakeman near side for Fleck. She comes away with the kill, but what an outstanding rally for both teams.
Yeah, just an unbelievable effort from Sadie Binkley to keep that ball alive, and then they were able to free ball it over. Give Circleville credit. They recognize Logan Elm out of system, and they go quick, and Fleck's able to get the swing.
Now Drew Hoskins serves it away. It just does nick the top of the tape. Groff goes backside for Savage. She's blocked up top. It ricochets off of Savage and out of bounds. So that'll even it up at 2 apiece. Nice defensive play for the Tigers.
Yeah, can't say enough about the size. Right now, they're going about 5'11", 5'9", about 6'2" at times at the net.
Miscommunication offensively for Logan Elm. A free ball over by Binkley. Now Thornsley near side to Edgington into the net. So the Braves take a 3-2 lead here in the second set.
Yeah, Addison trying to go a little cross court, saw the hole over there, just unable to hit her spot.
Binkley serves it away, dug up in the back row by Hoskins. Now far side, Fleck a big swing, a nice play from Binkley to keep it alive. Here's Claire King out of the middle, but she's blocked up top. Emily Edgington, a big defensive play for Circleville.
Yeah, great defense continues to be one of the storylines here early on.
I mean, you mentioned it, Shane. 6 foot, 6'2", 5'10", 5'11". Those are the players rolling across the front row for Circleville.
And it's certainly been a factor.
Now Kaylee West, she serves it away in an even 3-3 set. Claire King down the line on the far side, a big swing for the kill.
Yeah, that rotation, remember, she'll hit out of that backside, that weak side on that first ball over. Earlier, they weren't able to take advantage of that because the serve receive was not clean. That time, King was able to get a swing without a block up.
After the kill, King will serve it away. Bump set from West, far side. It's a free ball over by Edgington. She nearly snuck it in as King keeps it alive. Liggins tips it over, now back over by Fleck. Free ball over by King, so back to the Tigers now. Thornsley down the middle. Edgington bounces it off of Liggins. Is Groff to King out of the back row. A big swing, but a nice play by Circleville to keep it alive as Kennedy Groff on the second touch sneaks it back over for the kill.
Yeah, outstanding defense by Circleville to keep the ball off the floor. They come back just a little bit out of system. High IQ play from Groff. Little two-hand push shot to the back corner.
It's one of the instances for King that even though you don't come away with the kill, just the power behind it ultimately leads to the point for the Braves. So Addison Edgington answers back with a kill of her own.
Yeah, got to recognize the left hand. You got to get on the other shoulder there with the block, get some sort of resistance up there. Obviously at 6'2", she may hit over it, but you at least got to get something up there to look at.
Fleck serves it away for the Tigers. Near side, Smith, a nice swing. She gets the kill.
Adeline's fourth kill of the evening. First here in the second set.
On pace right around her average this season, close to 2.5%. Thornsley on the second touch. And a free ball over by the Braves. Now Thornsley goes to Edgington down the middle for the kill. Addison Edgington continues to carve out a solid night. The Tigers trail Circleville 6-5. The Tigers trail Logan Elm 6-5. Overpass off the serve receive. Quickly back to the Tigers as Thornsley brings it near side for Fleck. Dig in the back row by King. Now Groff with an attacking opportunity and nobody home on the other side. It's 7-5 Logan Elm.
Yeah, anytime Logan Elm can score early, and of course often in these rotations with King in the back, those are huge. That's what hurt him in the opening set.
Thornsley to Fleck out of the back row and a dig from King. That one up in the rafters. Bump set near side for Savage. She sails it far to the back line.
Savage, the aggressive swing. Savage is 5'6", is an impressive athlete. She gets the most out of it with her approach.
Ingram front setting Groff, pushes it over with two, dug up by Hoskins. Now Thornsley back to Hoskins. She gets the kill and it's 7-all.
Yeah, a little bit of a cut shot down the net, finds the open spot.
Maddie Blakeman floats it over the net. Now Ingram on the second touch. A nice play from Fleck to keep it alive. Far side, it's Drew Hoskins.
No touch.
Violation against the Tigers will make it 8-7. The Braves leading. As Kimberly Petty rotates back in, she'll head back to the service line for Logan Elm. She leads the Braves with 11 aces this season. She had 2 in the loss to New Lexington. Thornsley goes backside, Blakeman. Into the back row, a dig from Ingram as Groff sets it up for King. Down the middle, a big swing and another kill for the senior.
Love the action, love the movement. It's a little bit of that slide action. She didn't quite hit it like a true slide, but again, what you're doing there with that movement is keeping the block off balance.
Thornsley goes to Emily Edgington. She's blocked up top by King and Groff. Back to the Tigers. They free ball it over to Logan Elm as Groff goes to King on the move for the kill.
That's the true slide action there where she gets going, kind of like a right-hand layup in basketball where she'll go. And that's just, when you time that up, it's a thing of beauty because, again, the block just, it's so difficult to move with her and set the block in the correct spot at the correct angle.
Thornsley on the second touch with the left hand. Binkley keeps it alive momentarily, but it'll eventually be a kill for the Tigers. And going back to King, similar to the Mikan drill.
Yes. Love the adjustment from Coach Ridenhour there to kind of give her a little bit more room to work.
Thornsley serves it away for Circleville. It was Thornsley at the line that really provided that spark for the Tigers to pull away in the first set. Thornsley sets it up far side for Fleck down the line. He's unable to keep it between the lines, and it's 11-8 Braves. Thornsley back setting out of the back row. It's Blakeman, an attacking error for Circleville, and a 4-point lead for the Braves now. So without a doubt, the largest lead of the night for Logan Elm, and that'll bring on a timeout for Coach Crystal Thornsley and the Circleville Tigers.
Well, it's a great opportunity for Logan Elm because when Groff is back at the service line, this is statistically their best rotation to this point in the year, which makes a lot of sense because Groff is a good server with 17 aces, but at the same time, she's starting to go across the back row, so you still have the ability to use King in the front row.
If you're just now tuning in, it was a 25-16 set one win for Circleville, so they lead the match 1-0. And One other thing we've talked about tonight is we will be back in action this Thursday. A bit further down south, down in Gallia. I don't even know. That's not Sauter County, is it?
No. That's over in
Is that Lawrence County?
Should be.
Or is that Benton County?
Gallia County.
Oh, is Gallia? I didn't even know Gallia was a county.
Is that?
My geography's a bit off. I'm good at the 23 pipeline, and that's about it. Out of the timeout, it's an ace for Logan Elm. They lead by 5 as Kennedy Groff extends the Braves' lead here in the second. Thornsley sets it up for flat far side. A nice athletic block from Claire King. Claire King extends the Tigers' lead. Sends the Tigers' deficit to 6.
Momentum's such a funny thing. You just see in the body language of Logan Elm just so much more confidence here in the second set.
14-8, an overpass. Claire King spikes it right back down for the kill. 15-8, the Braves are rolling here in the second.
Good awareness from King. Recognizes it, goes with 2 hands and throws it straight down into the hole. And Groff continues to roll at the service line, which she's done on many occasions this year.
Thornsley keeps it near side for Hoskins. Blocked at the net. Now Blakeman on the second touch. Sticks it in the back left corner for the kill. Heady play by the 5'7" junior.
Yeah, it really was. Much needed for Circleville.
Now the senior Drew Hoskins back to serve. Overpass from Ingram, spiked right back down. Emily Edgington pushes the Tigers to double digits. Kennedy Groff goes front side for King. She gets the kill. Really, so far through both sets, been a very similar start back and forth for about the front half of the set. There's just been 2 different teams pulling away around the midway point of each set. Binkley serves it away. Thornsley back setting. Edgington with the left hand gets the kill. Tigers back within 5.
So now Logan Elm up 16-11. And this is that rotation here where King's going to come out of the backside attack on this first ball over. Let's see if Circleville can get their block moved over there.
Kennedy Groff goes backside. Claire King, another kill.
Outstanding set to give her a swing. Now she'll go back to serve.
Thornsley goes to Edgington, a nice dig from Macy Green. Now Adeline Smith near side with a roll shot back over to the Tigers. Bump set to Blakeman far side. She punches it over and a nice play from Kennedy Groff. Now on the attack, it's Marlo Smith. She gets the kill. 7-point lead now for the Braves.
Marlowe's first kill of the evening, and that was a great defensive play by Macy Green in the middle of that rally to keep the point available that Logan Elm ends up winning.
Thornsley goes back to Edgington. Soft touch, a nice dig from Groff. Roll shot over by Smith. Thornsley tight to the net, goes to Blakeman far side. Dug up in the back row by King. Bumps at near side and another roll shot from Smith. Thornsley goes back to Edgington. She's blocked up top and it falls on the Tigers' side. An outstanding defensive play for the senior Marlo Smith.
Yeah, huge lift here for Logan Elm. Marlo Smith with a kill and then comes back on the next serve and delivers a key solo block.
Thornsley goes front side, down the middle. It's Addison Edgington who puts an end to the Braves rally.
Good adjustment that time from Addison.
And something we've seen Edgington do is change up the pace she puts on each swing. Very effective here in the first couple of sets. Tight to the net, nearly an overpass. It's back over to the Braves. It was Adeline Smith trying to sneak it into the back row, unable to do so. An attacking error will bring the Tigers back within 6.
Coach Ridenauer felt like there was some interference there at the net. Felt like that was still on their side where his setter was trying to play it.
Groff goes backside. Marlo Smith continues to have an outstanding set 2 here tonight. 20-17, Logan Elm leading the Tigers.
But we talked about confidence, and as you watch her check out there, you can see her teammates on the bench just excited for her. And again, it just shoots energy through the entire roster.
Kiana Ingram rotates in, back to the service line for the Braves. Thornsley keeps it near side. Edgington flips it over. Braves keep it alive from the attack line. It's Adeline Smith. Now Edgington with a swing. Braves keep it alive, but it looks like we'll have a violation. A lift for Logan Elm. 20-14, Braves leading. Ingram keeps it near side for Groff. She gets the kill. It's one of those things we've talked about. Kiana Ingram setting gives Groff a lot of opportunities on the outside, and that time she delivered.
Yeah, and that was a really good set. Nice and accurate, hit her spot, and then Groff was able to get the opening at the net and really deliver a nice swing.
Now Adeline Smith serves it away. Thornsley front setting for Hoskins, dug up by King. Now Ingram bump setting to the near side for Groff. Groff sneaks it over and in to the back row for the kill.
Much better production here in the second set when King goes to the back row. You know, you look here on the stat sheet, Groff with 4 kills here in this second set.
Kayla Fleck bump setting to the near side. Maddie Blakeman punches it over and sneaks it in for the kill.
Good body control from Blakeman there to stay out of the net.
Now, if you're Logan Elm, it's certainly a point. You have a 7-point lead. It's 22-15. You don't want to let this one get away. Kiana Ingram goes backside. The freshman Liggins is blocked up top, but it goes out of bounds. So she tools the block more or less and gets the kill.
Yeah, again, the block was there, and the size has been a factor. That time, unable to get the hands turned in.
Second time out of the set for Circleville and Shane. Both sets so far nearly mirror images of each other, just with different teams pulling away around the midway point.
Yeah, that's a great point, and so much of it's just momentum. You had a couple kids there. I thought Blakeman was really good in the first set. Helped kind of break things open. Fleck delivered a couple swings here in the second set. Obviously, King has been outstanding, but when she's gone to the back row, Logan Elm has not lost the momentum. Groff has had an outstanding set. Remember, Marlo Smith has given him a couple kills and a block. So again, some good production from a variety of people.
If you're just now tuning in, it was a 25-16 set 1 win for Circleville. They now trail Logan Elm 23-15 here in set 2. And Shane, for those not here in person, what an outstanding 2-set JV match, especially the second set of that match we had here prior to the varsity match.
Yeah, it really was. Logan Elm looked like they were going to ended up getting blown out, and they weren't having any of it. They fight all the way back. Circleville found a way, but give Logan Elm credit in that one.
Out of the timeout, Thornsley goes to Hoskins' far side for the kill.
Good organization out of the timeout, knowing where you want to go with it, with Hoskins getting out there and getting a strong side swing.
Now the junior Allie Thornsley back to the service line for Circleville. Groff goes front side. Claire King near side, soft but in the middle. Set point coming up for the Braves.
Good adjustment from King there. Again, the double block is presented quite a challenge. She just goes high and tips it over top, and the coverage unable to read it, and it falls in the middle.
Mallory McConnell goes far side for Fleck, but it's Claire King and Gillian Savage on the block for the Braves. It falls on the Tigers' side. Identical scores on the first couple of sets. So the Braves take set number 2, 25-16. We're all evened up, 1-1. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium in Circleville, the Tigers and Braves knotted up 1 set apiece. The Tigers took the opener 25-16. Logan Elm answered back in the second set by a score of 25-16. So a very similar couple of sets here in Pickaway County, but with both teams coming out on the opposite side in both sets.
Well, when you come on the road and you fall down 1-0, you need your best players to step to the front and lead and take over the match. And that's what you get there. Claire King with 7 kills in that second set and 2 blocks. Now up to 11 kills on the match. And then Kennedy Groff, who was doing the assisting on those King swings, ended up with 4 kills and an ace of her own. Great production from King and Groff.
Obviously, Marlo Smith came on strong there for the Braves as well. I believe at one point registered about 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5 points at one time for Logan Elm. Had a couple of kills and a block. Big momentum shift in that second set for Logan Elm.
Yeah, it's a great point. I'm glad you mentioned that because she had a couple swings and a block. And again, you could tell from the reaction of her teammates, that was a huge momentum because it just kind of got a little juice. I thought Logan Elm was a little bit flat when Circleville started to pull away from him in that first set. That started to shoot some life throughout the entire roster over on the Logan Elm side.
So the Braves and Tigers knotted up 1 set apiece. Set 3 moments away as we look to make sure the rotations are correct and ready to go. We mentioned both teams set to continue MSL play this Thursday. Both teams at home. Circleville back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. They'll host Hamilton Township for Logan Elm. Back home against Liberty Union. Both of those matches on Thursday.
Lineups are set now. Davis enters on the one side, Binkley on the other. Now, I know I'll regret saying this later, but I don't think Binkley's missed a serve on the year so far. I thought that was an interesting stat. So if she misses one later, I guess that'll be my fault.
So Kimberly Penny gets us going here in the third as Drew Hoskins gets the first swing of the set and comes away with the kill. On the attack, it seemed like she was caught a bit out of rhythm, but makes it work as Tigers out in front 1-0.
Yeah, she really was, but at 6 foot and so athletic, she's able to contact the ball high, still get a swing on it.
Groff keeps it far side. Claire King with the right hand sneaks it in for the kill.
Obviously, that's really athletic and fun to watch, but I can't say enough. It's the Sadie Binkley serve receive right on target that allows you to run those different types of movements and special actions.
Groff serves it away for the Braves. Thornsley sets it up for Blakeman out of the back row. A nice play by Kimberly Petty to keep it alive as Ingram sends it back over to the Tigers. Bump set from Blakeman near side with the left hand. It's Addison Edgington. That's dug up by Kennedy Groff. Now Ingram, another attacking opportunity near side. Blakeman sets it up. Allie Thornsley with a swing, but unable to keep it between the lines. It's 2-1 Logan Elm.
Good defense there from Logan Elm. Petty on the one time, Groff on the second time. Keeping some good Circleville attacks from hitting the floor.
Roll shot over by Blakeman. Bump set from Binkley near side. A roll shot from Kiana Ingram. Now Blakeman to Edgington near side. She tools the block for the kill.
You know, Dewey, way too much experience on the Logan Elm side to let their setter take that ball. And those roll shots or those free balls, someone's got to call the setter off, because when she takes the first ball, takes you completely out of rhythm, and you're wasting opportunities for King to get attacks.
Groff to Ingram near side, and she gets the kill.
Good swing from Kiki there.
Thornsley sets it up. Addison Edgington sneaks it in the left side for the kill. So again, this set beginning very similar to the prior two, very back and forth-esque to open things up. Groff sets it up. Claire King down the line. Blakeman to Thornsley. Now back to Blakeman, far side. Dug up in the back row by Petty. Now near side Smith. She's blocked. Back to the Braves side now as Groff sets it up either for Marlo Smith or Claire King. Nobody was home for the swing, and it's 4-3. Tigers leading. Groff goes backside. Claire King with the right hand. Soft touch. She sneaks it in.
Good adjustment from King. Circleville much better on getting the double block out there on that particular first ball over. So she changes it up on him and tips it over the block.
Free ball over by the Tigers. King to Groff now down the lane. It's Liggins. Dug up by Kaylee West. Now a roll shot out of the back row. Second touch over by Liggins. Tigers keep it alive. A roll shot over by Blakeman for the kill. Unorthodox rally, but it's the Tigers who come out on the better end.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Well said, Dewey. I just never did have any rhythm to it.
A service error for Addison Edgington. That'll send it back to the Braves, evened up 5-all.
Addison's had a pretty good night serving. She's come in struggling with the serve a little bit, down in the low 80s in terms of percent, but tonight I think that's her first error of the evening.
Thornsley bump setting to Hoskins far side. A nice play in the back row by King. Bump set from Groff, and it's a free ball over by Smith into the back row. Dug up by Davis. Now Thornsley to Hoskins down the lane for the kill.
Tough matchup when Hoskins is able to get that type of approach and able to go up over top of a block.
Ingram sets it up to Groff. Far side outside the line. 2-point lead now for the Tigers.
Felt like Groff got up the net a little bit there. I'd like to see that outside hitter get a little bit more outside and create more space.
This one bouncing around in the rafters. It comes down. Ingram bumps it over to King. Now over on the free ball. Thornsley to Edgington. Dug up by Macy Green. Now Liggins to Groff, and a roll shot back over. Dug up by Blakeman as Hoskins far side gets the kill. And an early timeout here in set 3 for Logan Elm.
Yeah, and a really good one, too, because, again, these are the rotations that got away from you back in the first set. They were much cleaner in the second set in a couple of these spots, but you got to get more on the attack. When you're unable to take an aggressive offense at Circleville, you're just allowing the likes of a Hoskins to get in rhythm and start swinging away. She has 3 kills already out of the first, 8 points now for the Tigers here in the third set. You and I, this doesn't surprise us, though, that here we are 1-1. I mean, I think when we picked these types of matches this week, tonight, and then the Wheelersburg Gallia on Thursday night, we expected not to be a quick 3 and done. We figured it was going to be a longer evening with some competitive volleyball.
So out of the timeout, Blakeman serves it away for the Tigers as Ingram goes to Smith, another kill. One thing I didn't get to, that second set win for the Braves was just their second over the Tigers in their last 7 meetings. Thornsley goes backside. Maddie Blakeman sails it over the back line.
When you think about the stat you're reading off there, I think that's where the third set becomes so important from a moment. Obviously, when it's 1-1, the third set's always important, but just from a mental situation, keeping that confidence.
Thornsley goes to Hoskins' far side, bounces it off with the Logan Elm block. Now Groff with an attacking opportunity, dug up in the back row by Davis. Now Hoskins on the far side, nearly gets the kill, and she will. Now the junior Allie Thornsley back to serve it away. Service here for the Tigers brings Logan Elm back within 1.
Some of those starting to creep in on the Tigers here. That's been kind of a bugaboo early in 2025 for them.
Thornsley sets it up. Emily Edgington sneaks it up over the tape and inside the Logan Elm block for the kill.
Setter and hitter on the same page there, going quick.
Tigers the first to double digits here in the third. Groff goes front side. Claire King down the line for the kill.
King returns to the front row and announces her presence immediately, gets them back within 1. So pretty good timeout early on from Coach Ridenauer there at 8-5. And now let's see if Logan Elm can get even.
Thornsley retreating into the back row. It's Blakeman with a roll shot, dug up by Binkley. Now Groff goes to King down the middle. Tigers keep it alive. Athletic play from both Hoskins and Thornsley. Free ball over to the Braves as Groff goes back to King. She just does sneak it up over the tape for the kill.
So good, such good vision. Pretty good defense from Circleville. They're going to call for the mop there. Mentioned there in the second set throughout the year, this Groff rotation with her serving has been really by far, if you look at it from a statistical standpoint, by far their best in terms of efficiency and scoring.
Pause in the action. Kennedy Groff gets us back and rolling. Free ball over by the Tigers, back and past the back line.
Athletic play from Thornsley to keep it out of the net, unable to keep it in play. And Logan Elm's starting to gain a little bit more momentum.
Mallory McConnell checking in for the Tigers. Just the second time we've seen her tonight is Addison Edgington swinging away near side, an attacking error for the junior. The Braves take a 2-point lead here in the third.
Yeah, and really a lot of this run has been Circleville mistakes. Logan Elm doing a nice job of putting the ball in play.
Overpass from Blakeman. King spikes it down for the kill. Timeout, Circleville.
Yeah, overpasses are usually not going to favor the team that's passing the ball, and when King's in the front row, it's usually going to end poorly. If you're rooting for Circleville there. Yeah, good timeout there. Remember I said Coach Ridenauer called the timeout at 8-5. I like this timeout at 13-10 because a lot of it's been unforced errors. You've had, 2 or 3 hitting errors. There you have the overpass. So you've got to regroup here. Got to get Groff off the line because, again, as I stated a couple times here, This is where Logan Elm's really got a lot of their strengths and their best spots.
I believe going back to 10-8, Circleville leading. It's 5 consecutive points for Logan Elm to hold what is currently a 13-10 lead here in the third set. Now out of the timeout, it'll be the 5'8 senior Kennedy Groff as we return to action. Thornsley goes far side. That's McConnell, dug up by Binkley. Now Claire King into the back row. She sticks it in for the kill.
Can't say enough how good Sadie Binkley has been here in the second and third sets. I feel like her play's really done a lot to flip the momentum, and it's given King a chance to get going in the middle.
Tied to the net, Thornsley goes backside. Edgington, a nice swing and athletic play from Groff to keep it alive. A free ball back over to the Tigers. Back to Edgington, swinging away and into the net. The Braves take a set-high 5-point lead over Circleville.
I go back to what I said in the pre-match coverage about Groff. You have to watch her play to appreciate all the different ways she impacts the match.
Thornsley goes far side. That's Mallory McConnell, her first kill tonight.
Much needed, just stop the bleeding. And it gets Groff off that service line.
Kaylee West back to the service line for the Tigers. Groff retreating to the back row, bump sets it near side for Ingram. Tigers now on the attack near side. It's McConnell once again. Bump set from Binkley, far side, Gillian Savage, and a dig from Kaylee West. Now Maddie Blakeman on the attack. She sneaks it in for the kill.
All started with a good serve from West. You'll notice when the pass isn't on target, King unable to get a swing out of 3 offensive possessions there.
Kennedy Groff goes front side. Claire King, what a swing for another kill.
There's the difference. Pass on target. She goes quick right on top her setter, and that's going to be a high percentage play.
The senior libero, Sadie Binkley, back to serve. Thornsley sets it up, a roll shot from McConnell. Now Groff goes front side. Adeline Smith near side. Dug up in the back row by Hoskins is Blakeman. Goes to Edgington with a roll shot back to the Braves. Marlo Smith back to the Tigers now. Thornsley goes far side. Blakeman blocked up top by Smith and King. Now back to the Braves. Now back to the Tigers, and right back over on the first touch as Circleville comes away with the much-needed point to cut their deficit down to 3.
Yeah, missed opportunity there for Logan Elm, and great recognition from Circleville to push it right back into the hole. Thought Logan Elm needed to keep that ball on its own side and allow them to go on the attack.
Kayla Fleck serving it away for Circleville. Kennedy Groff keeps it on the far side. Caught King a bit out of rhythm. It falls on the Braves side. The Tigers now back within 2.
Yeah, one of the few mistakes from Groff from an efficiency standpoint tonight. Just not able to put that ball on target for King to get a weak side swing.
Far side on the move. Claire King dug up by Fleck as Thornsley goes back to Blakeman on the far side. Soft touch, sneaks it in. She gets the kill. The Tigers are all the way back within 1. Groff goes to King on the far side. She's blocked up top. The free ball just does get over, but it's spiked back down by Allie Thornsley, and we're all tied up at 16.
Yeah, continue to give West a lot of credit. We talked about it before in our volleyball coverage. Doesn't always have to be an ace. Sometimes just a tough serve can get the other team out of rhythm, not unable to attack.
Now King on the far side answers right back with a kill of her own. Now this set, contrary to the previous 2, back and forth into the back half of the set as well. We'd seen a team start to pull away around the midway point, but this has not been the case in the third. Thornsley to Blakeman, far side. Nice athletic play to keep it alive from Groff. Now Macy Green just does get it over on the free ball. Addison Edgington down the middle, a big swing for the kill.
Love the quick action. Thornsley and Edgington on the same page. Go get right on top of your setter. Doesn't allow the block time to react. So, again, it was 17-16 when King went to the back row here. Now tied at 17. Let's really pay attention to these 3 rotations.
Groff brings it near side. Smith dug up by Fleck as Thornsley goes back to Blakeman into the back row and out of play. 1 point advantage for Logan Elm now.
Ayers starting to rack up on Circleville a little bit here in the 3rd set.
Thornsley goes to Hoskins' far side, unable to get it over the net.
Again, Circleville's so talented. It's my first time seeing them this year, and they're so good. They go through some spurts where they lose some efficiency.
Davis to Thornsley, near side. Blakeman with a roll shot, but she's blocked up top. Kennedy, Groff, and Evie Liggins in on the block for Logan Elm. 3-point lead for the Braves here in the 3rd. Thornsley to Blakeman near side. Groff caught a piece of it as Ingram goes to goes to Smith far side. This one up into the rafters. It'll trickle back to the Tiger side as they send it over to Logan Elm on the free ball. Adeline Smith down the line, dug up in the back row by Claire Davis. Thornsley tight to the net. Blakeman not a lot of room to work with as it falls on the Tiger side. It's 21-17 Logan Elm. Thornsley on the move. It'll be a roll shot over by Hoskins. Ingram brings it to the near side. Kennedy, Groff blocked at the net. Now back to the Tiger side. It's Hoskins. A nice dig from Macy Green. Out of the back row, Claire King sends it back to the Tigers' far side. Blakeman a roll shot. Dig from Green. Ingram on the second touch and a diving effort from Kayla Fleck to keep it alive. Roll shot from Hoskins now. Bump set from Ingram. Free ball over by Green. Now Thornsley on the second touch. Ingram right there for the dig. Now Adeline Smith far side with 2 hands. Blocked up top by Blakeman and Hoskins.
Yeah, really important defensive play there. Blakeman and Hoskins do a good job of going up. That was a pretty good rally back and forth. Really important point. Circleville couldn't afford to go down 22-17. They're able to cut it to 3 and then get the ace.
Much needed ace for the Tigers as Maddie Blakeman clipped to the top of the tape. And it fell down on the Braves side. It's 21-19, a 2-point deficit now for Circleville. Serve received by Liggins. King brings it near side for Groff. Diving effort from Blakeman and a free ball over by Davis. Now Ingram goes back to Groff. She gets the kill.
Big time swing from Groff. Give Liggins a lot of credit. She went hard in the middle and it held the block, Dewey, just for a half second. Allowed Groff to tool it and get it down in for the kill.
Thornsley on the second touch with 2 hands right there for the dig. It's Smith. Now Groff with the right hand. Soft touch back over from the attack line. It's a roll shot from Blakeman. King sets it up. Groff a roll shot back to the Tigers now. Thornsley goes to Hoskins' far side. She sails it over the back line. It's 23-19 Logan Elm here in the 3rd and a timeout for Circleville.
Big time defensive play from Adeline Smith there to keep the ball off the floor. They play on and then the hitting error results in the point. 23-19. Logan Elm survived that spurt there. We talked about it at 17-16. They tied it at 17 all. Since then they've been able to get control of the set here. A chance to go up 2-1.
I think the play on the floor for Kennedy Groff very similar to what we saw from Bella Claxon a couple of years ago. Very talented at setting, but when you bring in that second setter, obviously then it was the sophomore Sydney Kessler. Here it's the senior Kiana Ingram provides Groff with opportunities to show what she can do at the net as well.
Yeah, she has, and I'm glad you said that. Give Ingram a lot of credit. She's done a nice job of putting the ball on target, giving Groff a chance to be a hitter tonight as well, because Groff, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kills, which is just a nice compliment to the Logan Elm offense and some of the other hitters they have.
If you're just now tuning in, a couple of 25-16 sets in the first two, with Circleville coming out on top in the first and Logan Elm winning the second. Thornsley goes to Hoskins, far side. She gets the kill. Both teams now reaching the 20-point mark for the first time in a set here tonight. Logan Elm leads Circleville 23-20.
Been impressed with Circleville out of timeouts, just like basketball plays out of the huddle there. You know where you're going to Hoskins there, and she delivers.
Allie Thornsley serves it away. Ingram goes backside, it's Binkley. Back to the Tigers now. Edgington sets it up to Fleck. Overpass from King, and it flies out of bounds. 23-20.
Yeah, again, Logan Elm not on the same page there on where they wanted to go. Lost an opportunity to attack, and now a little bit of momentum, maybe going back Circleville's way.
Ingram retreating into the back row, sets it up. Gillian Savage, a big-time swing. Boost of momentum for the Braves. Set point coming up.
Yeah, boost is a great way to put it. Savage, I said earlier, only at 5'6", not afraid of the moment at all. She doesn't get cheated on her swings on that outside, strong side attack.
And an ace for Kimberly Petty, wins the third for Logan Elm. 25-21 the final. Here in set two as the Braves take a 2-1 lead headed into the fourth here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium at Circleville High School. We'll take a break. What a match we've had so far. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium at Circleville High School, the Tigers trailing Logan Elm 2-1. A Tuesday night MSL matchup. It was the Tigers who took the opener 25-16. Logan Elm answered back in the second 25-16 to win on their end, before Logan Elm eventually winning the third set 25-21. And what was so far, without a doubt, the most electric set we've had so far tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. Some momentum swings back and forth, and some matchups have been really interesting, and give Logan Elm a lot of credit there. Circleville, about halfway through that first set, just took off and really started to dominate. Logan Elm answered right away, and that third set was back and forth, tied at 17. Anybody's set, and Logan Elm finds a way down the stretch, getting some contributions from a mixture of people there to finish it all.
So prior to the last couple of sets, we had some pre-set delay as we look to get both teams' rotations in check. Now the scoreboard has been turned off in the gymnasium, so I'm sure that'll provide a further delay as it quickly is turned back on. Now we'll partake in what has been the annual pre-set rotation check. Make sure everybody's in the correct spots. If you're looking for more volleyball, be back with us this Thursday. We were trying to figure out what county Gallia Academy was in, but is it Gallia? I didn't even know Gallia was a county, so you learn something new every day. I told you, I'm really good with the 23 pipeline. You know, you go Pickaway, Ross, and then obviously Pike, Scioto. You get Franklin there off to the right. But we'll be down in Gallia this Thursday as the Blue Angels host Wheelersburg in what should be one of the more star-studded and electric non-conference matches of the season.
No question. A lot of really, really good individual talent there and two good teams. Going to make for a great week because I think we're in for an incredible finish here in the next, I'll say maybe even two more sets, right?
Potentially get that race to 15 in the fifth. Allie Thornsley will serve it away, and we're rolling. Here in set number 4, Kennedy Groff goes to Claire King, near side, dug up by Hoskins. It's Hoskins now over on the free ball as Groff goes right back to King. This time she gets the kill.
Yeah, that's her 20th kill of the night here. Just one offensive possession into the 4 sets. That gives you an idea of just how dominant she's been when given the opportunity to swing.
Thornsley sets it up. Emily Edgington unable. No, she did get it up over the tape. Just inside of the Logan Elm block. It's 1-1. There for a second, thought she had it into the net, but she comes away with the kill. Now Groff goes back to King. Soft touch. She sneaks it in the back row of Circleville for the kill. We mentioned Addison Edgington switching up the pace, but we've seen Claire King change that tempo from swing to swing.
We really have, and when they throw the double block up there, you got to be able to have some different types of shots, and she's used the tip to her advantage.
Thornsley now keeps it near side. Addison Edgington outside the near line. It's 3-1 Logan Elm. Binkley serves it away, nearly gets the ace. It'll be a free ball over by Edgington. Now Groff goes to King. She's blocked up top by Edgington. Now near side, it's Smith, blocked up top by Edgington again, but this time it falls on the Brave side.
Yeah, great job there by the Circleville defense. The block and play got crowded at the net. The Logan Elm hitters couldn't get off the net, resulting in the block for a point there. Might have been a no touch. I thought someone got a piece of it.
Macy Green will rotate in for the Braves. As Kennedy Groff bumps it to the far side. It's a roll shot over by King. Now Thornsley to Edgington with the left hand. Gets the kill. We're all tied up at 3 here early in the 4th.
Yeah, good time for Edgington to really come alive here. She's had a big night.
Nearly an overpass from the west serve, but it ends up turning into an outstanding swing for Claire King. She gets the kill. 4-3 Braves here in the 4th. Thornsley goes to Blakeman. Miscommunication results in a free ball for the Tigers. Now Marlo Smith swinging away and a free ball over by Thornsley. Out of the back row, Claire King, big time swing, dug up by Thornsley, bouncing around in the rafters. And a free ball over by Kaylee West. Near side now, it's Adeline Smith for the kill.
Good aggressive swing, and again, when you get out there a little bit more and create the angle, it's so hard for the block to get those hands turned in. She's able to sneak it down through with an aggressive swing.
Claire King back to the service line for the Braves. Bump set from Thornsley near side. It's a roll shot from Fleck. Dug up by King. Groff goes to Smith far side. Now Thornsley to Blakeman swinging away. Dug up by King in the back row as Groff goes to Adeline Smith near side. She gets the kill.
Be a great time for her to come alive for Logan Elm. Second kill here in this 4th set. Gives her 7 unofficially on the night.
Service error for Claire King. Gives it back to the Tigers as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Yeah, Claire upset with herself there, trying to hit her spot. Just tried to get a little too fine with it.
Bump set tight to the net. And a free ball over by Marlo Smith. Thornsley to Edgington down the middle and a dig from King. Now Groff goes back to Smith. This time she's blocked up top. Addison Edgington along with Allie Thornsley defensively for Circleville.
Yeah, if you go back to the first set when Circleville was really dominating at that particular part of the match, it had a lot to do with their size defensively on the block.
Bump set from Smith. Free ball over by the freshman Evie Liggins. The far side, a roll shot from Blakeman. It falls for the kill, and we're evened up at 6-all.
Logan Elm struggling to get on a consistent attack here in the fourth set, and it's allowed Circleville to even it back up.
Groff goes to Marlo Smith, far side, an attacking error for the Braves gives the Tigers the lead. Four consecutive points for Circleville now, nearly make it 5. The Tigers keep it alive and get it over on the free ball. Marlo Smith, a roll shot far side. She gets the kill.
Nice adjustment from Marlo Smith. She got a little aggressive on the previous swing. That time doesn't try to do too much and rolls it into the hole there in the middle of the Circleville defense.
Bunt set from Thornsley, far side. It's Blakeman. She's blocked up top. Nobody home on the Tigers' side.
Look like Adeline Smith and Liggins there together. I thought Smith got it, but I couldn't tell.
Braves back out in front, 8-7. Thornsley goes backside. Edgington down the line for the kill. Kaylee West will rotate in for Circleville.
Again, you said it a couple times. You just kind of get the sense that we're in for a fantastic finish here.
Great crowd here tonight at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. Ingram comes near side for Groff. A violation, double touch for the Tigers, puts the Braves back out in front.
Outstanding body control from our angle up here, which is the perfect angle. No idea how Groff stayed out of the net, but she must have because she was right in front of the up official.
Thornsley goes backside. Maddie Blakeman swinging away, and a violation, 4 touches for the Braves, rather for the Tigers. Thornsley, same thing, goes to Blakeman. She sends it into the net. And it's a 3-point lead now for Logan Elm. Got to figure another point or two, and we could see a timeout for the Braves.
Adeline Smith had a nice night serving the volleyball.
Tied to the net. Thornsley sends it over on the second touch, and it's a free ball pushed over by Kennedy Groff. Now Blakeman punches it over. Ingram there for the dig. Smith goes to Savage, far side, over on the first touch. It's Allie Thornsley who gets the kill for Circleville.
Yeah, it's continuing to be something that hurts Logan Elm. On these tips and these rolls, someone's got to call the setter off. It's costing Logan Elm offensive opportunities.
And a service error for the Tigers.
Tough miss there. Circleville gives it right back, and now you're at that 12-9. A little bit of a danger time here. Circleville really needs a good pass.
Kimberly Petty back to serve. She already has 2 aces tonight. Thornsley goes to Emily Edgington. She gets the kill. Both teams now to double digits here in the fourth.
Been so impressed with Thornsley at 5'10". The jump set, her athleticism, her coverage, her accuracy. Impressive junior. Very talented.
Kennedy Groff goes to Claire King down the middle for the kill.
King just keeps on attacking, nice and aggressive. Unofficially got her up to 23, I believe that is now in kills.
Thornsley to flat far side, dug up by Kimberly Petty. Now Ingram on the attack with the right hand. A nice dig from Fleck and a free ball over by Emily Edgington. Bump set from Ingram, far side, it's Savage, dug up by Blakeman. Thornsley goes to Hoskins, far side for the kill.
Nice job by Circleville. Logan Elm again didn't take advantage of a free ball. Circleville gets it right back and they go on the attack, and Hoskins delivers from the outside. Much needed point.
Gillian Savage, far side, tools the block. What an athletic play from the 5'6" junior for the kill.
Yeah, kind of a clever shot. Didn't have a whole lot she could do with it. Able to pull it right off the block there and put her team back up 3.
Near side, it's Edgington, sneaks it over. Binkley there to dig it up for the Braves. Roll shot from Smith. Dig from Thornsley. It's a bump set from Hoskins and a free ball over by Blakeman. Now Groff to King, swinging away and a dig from Thornsley. Edgington near side, back over to the Braves. Binkley bump sets. It's a free ball from Logan Elm. Now Thornsley near side. Edgington swinging away, a nice dig. Over on the second touch, it's King. Dig in the back row from Petty, down the lane. King back to the Tigers. What a rally as it continues. Roll shot from Hoskins, back to the Braves now. Bump set from Binkley. Nobody home for the third touch. The case on both sides where it seemed like the setter kept taking the dig and ultimately broke down the offense on both sides.
Yeah, well called, Dewey. And what happens is it makes for a long rally, but no one can get on the attack. And then when Binkley stepped in to take the second ball there, I think she was trying to push it out in front of King, and they weren't on the same page.
Groff tight to the net, brings it to the near side for Smith. Swinging away, she gets the kill.
Outstanding set from Groff. Good swing from Smith. Smith, after a kind of a quiet second set, has really come back alive here after getting off to a good start earlier in the evening.
Thornsley keeps it down the middle for Addison Edgington. She answers back. It's 15-13. Circleville trailing Logan Elm.
Edgington's been really good here in this set, trying to keep her team alive.
Kayla Fleck back to the service line. Groff goes backside. Marlo Smith down the line, an attacking error for the Braves. That'll bring the Tigers to back within 1. Serve from Fleck is into the net. Thornsley comes backside, near side, it's Edgington, but up top, Evie Liggins and Kennedy Groff on the block for Logan Elm.
Yeah, great job, much needed defensive play there. Pushes it back up 3.
That'll force a timeout for Coach Thornsley and the Circleville Tigers.
Yeah, I like the timeout. You're getting deep enough in the set now, a must-win set for Circleville where you just can't afford for it to go to 4-5. So it's 17-14. I'd like it, and Circleville's been really good out of timeouts tonight. They've been able to decide where they want to go. They've been able to pass their serve, receive on target, and go there. So let's see what they dial up coming out of the huddle here.
If you're just now tuning in, it was a couple of 25-16 sets to open up the night. Circleville coming out on top in the first, Logan Elm winning the second. Braves also rallying to win the third set, 25-21. They now lead Circleville 17-14 here in the fourth. First time out of the set for the Tigers. It'll be Kiana Ingram back at the service line for the Braves. Thornsley on the second touch. He sneaks it in. A heady play by the junior.
Outstanding play from the 5'10 setter. Again, she's live there in the front row, and Logan Elm's got to be aware of that. A block's got to go up and honor that.
Nobody home on the second touch. It was received by Green, but nobody was there to keep it alive. An ace for Addison Edgington.
Another spurt out of a timeout for Circleville. 2 straight points to cut it to 1.
Ingram brings it near side for Groff. That's dug up by West. McConnell goes to Hoskins down the lane for the kill. We've seen McConnell rotate in a couple times tonight, serving as kind of that second setter offensively for the Tigers. Far side, Smith unable to get a hand on it, and the Tigers retake the lead. It's 18-17. They're rolling out of the timeout, and now Logan Elm will take one of their own.
Yeah, Circleville down 17-14, come out of the timeout. They score 4 straight. Now Logan Elm will try the timeout, and again, it's just back and forth, and every point is so important. And the rally scoring, that's what I love about it. It's that golf, it's that 2-shot swing, right? It's, this next point, it's going to be 18-18 or 19-17. It's just every single play starts to have so much pressure applied to it, and it's who can compose themselves enough to be efficient down the stretch.
So the first time out of the set for Logan Elm. It'll be Addison Edgington that returns us to play. And she gets the ace.
Give Addison a lot of credit here on this spurt on the service line.
Ingram front setting. It's Groff on the attack. And an overpass after the Tigers block flies out of bounds. It's 20-17. And Coach Ridenauer quickly going to use that second and final timeout here in the fourth.
I mentioned giving Edgington a lot of credit. Throughout the year, early on here, she's had some trouble on the serve, only about 83% efficiency. Tonight, I think she has the 1 error, but here's a spurt where you see serve by serve, the confidence goes up, and she's hitting some really good ones. Not necessarily all aces, but really making it difficult for Logan Elm to go on the attack.
And we mentioned a great crowd here tonight. Obviously on camera, you can only see the Logan Elm side, but the Tigers side on our side fairly filled up as well.
Even had some young Tigers running with some signs earlier trying to get the crowd into it.
So Edgington serves it away out of the timeout. She gets another ace. I believe, Shane, that's 3 on this trip to the line for the junior.
Yeah, it's been real impressive here.
Ingram tight to the net, goes backside. King has to reach up over her shoulder, but she gets it over to the Tigers. Now on the attack, it's Allie Thornsley. Thornsley, not a lot of attacking opportunities tonight, but she most certainly made that one count.
Well, that first ball over there, she certainly did.
Ingram retreating to the back row to be a roll shot over by King. West to McConnell. Out of the back row, it's Edgington with a roll shot dug up by Groff. Now Ingram to Smith. She flips it back over to the Tigers. McConnell goes to Hoskins. Dug up on the Braves side as Ingram tries to sneak it over on the second touch. Here's Thornsley far side. A nice dig from King to keep it alive. Free ball over by Ingram. That's dug up by Fleck. Now McConnell to Hoskins down the middle. Kept alive by Groff and Liggins. Another free ball over by Logan Elm. Now McConnell this time goes to Thornsley. Far side. Tools the block for the kill. All kinds of momentum for the Tigers as they lead 23-17.
Yeah, Thornsley going to the outside and becoming a hitter here as McConnell steps in and does some setting. And 9 straight?
And the rally will come to an end. On a service error for Edgington, it's 23-18.
You certainly will trade that. And now if you're Circleville, got to stay focused here and finish this off to get it to a 5th set. You don't want to give Logan Elm life.
Adeline Smith serves it away for the Braves. McConnell goes backside for Hoskins. She gets the kill. Set point coming up. The Tigers are feeling it here late in the 4th. It'll be Maddie Blankman back to the service line for the Tigers. Near side, it's Savage. She's blocked at the net. Overpass flies out of bounds, and it's the Tigers here in the 4th. 25-18 the final, the race to 15 when we return to the Glow Fiber Gymnasium here in Circleville. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Back here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium, and what a match we have had so far. We're headed to the 5th set. Circleville and Logan Elm, a Tuesday night MSL matchup. It's been back and forth all night, and it'll be a race to 15 or beyond that ultimately decides the winner. And whoever comes out on top most certainly earned it. Is, for lack of a better term, it's been a dogfight here tonight.
Well, when you race to 15 in these 5th sets, it's just an absolute must to get off to a quick start. So it's always interesting to see who comes out with the serve. Usually their opponent will back the rotation up once so that they can maximize their top hitter for 3 rotations in the front. I've seen that kind of backfire on teams before who do it, because sometimes you can get off to a spurt where maybe you get down 2 or 3-0 before you side out to rotate.
So again, set number 5 here at the Glow Fiber Gymnasium. It was the Tigers who took the opener, and then back-to-back set wins for Logan Elm in sets 2 and 3. And the Braves had all kinds of momentum to begin the 4th set, but it was the Tigers that fought all the way back to take the 4th. That evened the match at 2-2. We're now into set 5, the first 5th set we've seen on live stream this season.
Yeah, give Circleville a lot of credit, because Logan Elm did. They kind of had them there in the 4th set, and Circleville calls the timeout down 17-14, and they scored, I believe it was 9 straight points to take control and force this 5th set. So now as Circleville will serve first.
So again, if you're not familiar with volleyball and how the rules work in the 5th set, instead of playing to 25 win by 2, it's play to 15 win by 2. Sally Thornsley serves it away, and we're rolling here in the 5th set. Groff near side, Claire King nearly gets the kill. Thornsley keeps it alive, and Davis gets it over on the free ball. And Groff goes right back to King, and this time she gets the kill.
Great poise from King. Knew exactly what she wanted with her setter to get to that slide action. And again, I like that Coach Ridenauer allowed King to start in the front row. Sometimes I see coaches back it up to get that extra. Well, again, you can fall behind and really need to play out in front.
Thornsley looking for Edgington. She's unable to get a hand on it, and it's a 2-0 lead for Logan Elm. Braves looking for their first match win over Circleville since 2021. It's been 6 straight for the Tigers over the Braves. Thornsley goes backside. Hoskins on the attack. She gets the kill.
Huge point, obviously, to get on the board 2-1, but it also gets Groff off the line because, again, that Groff rotation has really, really favored Logan Elm throughout the year and here again this evening.
Groff goes to King. She's blocked up top by Edgington. Now Ingram swinging away, blocked by Edgington again. And the free ball won't make it there as Circleville ties it up 2-2.
Yeah, Edgington been outstanding not only offensively but equally defensively at the net.
King sets to Ingram near side, floats it over the block and gets the kill. Big thank you to the athletic department here at Circleville. Couldn't ask for a better setup right here at midcourt. Sadie Binkley serves it away for the Braves. Thornsley going backside for Edgington. She gets the kill.
Great shot from the lefty. Goes diagonal cross court and gets it just right around that 10-foot line. Now 3-3, back and forth we go. We expect nothing else.
Groff bump sets it to Smith, who tools the block near side. She gets the kill.
Outstanding adjustment from Smith. She goes and contacts it low. Some kids are unable to change their swing, Dewey, and that results in the hitting error. She gets kind of creative with a little bit of a punch shot.
Thornsley goes front side to Edgington. She ties it up at 4.
Edgington putting her handprints all over this 5th set here early on as she makes her trip across the front row.
Fleck serves it away for the Tigers. Groff goes to King out of the back row, blocked by Edgington. Now back to the Tigers on the free ball, far side. It's an attacking error for Allie Thornsley. That'll make it a 1-point advantage for Logan Elm.
Yeah, Allie tried to gather right off 2 feet, didn't really have an approach that time, and as a result, couldn't quite get on top of it.
Ingram back to serve for the Braves. McConnell bump sets into the back row. It's a roll shot from Hoskins. Now a bump set for Ingram near side. Groff swinging away and a dig from Davis. McConnell goes to Thornsley on the far side. A nice athletic swing. It's off the top of the rafters and falls on the Brave side for the kill.
Big time swing from Thornsley as we've seen her go to the outside as a strong side attacker.
Tight serve received by Liggins as Ingram goes right back to Liggins. Dig from Fleck. Now Hoskins a soft touch. It tight ropes on the tape and falls back to the Tigers' side. It's 6-5. Logan Elm leading here in the 5th.
Yeah, you can just kind of feel the intensity in the gym. The crowd on edge here a little bit.
McConnell goes to Hoskins, a big swing. Dug up by Groff. Now Savage flips it back over to the Tigers. McConnell now goes to Thornsley on the far side. She's blocked, but the Tigers keep it alive, but not for long. Gillian, Savage, and Liggins on the block for the Braves.
Yeah, just so impressed with the way they've competed defensively at the net. Timeout here, Circleville.
(7-5) Logan Elm leading Circleville in what would usually be considered early in the set, but the race to 15, we're at about the halfway point now.
It really is, and you know, I've said this all night. Circleville's come out of the timeout and had some success. You know, there in the 4th set, they come out of 1 down 3 and roll off 9 straight, actually leading to a second timeout during that run. So in this particular case, you come out. Adeline Smith's been really good on the service line tonight. You just got to execute. You got to find the spot that your coach is calling for on the serve and hit it. If you're Circleville, you got to pass on target. You have all kinds of hitting options in the front row here. You just got to, it all starts with a good serve receive to give them a chance.
Out of the timeout, Adeline Smith will serve it away. McConnell goes to Hoskins, and the horn goes off. It falls on the Tigers' side. It's 8-5 Logan Elm. I think somebody forgot to turn off the timeout clock as it eventually trickled down to 0. It almost went off as soon as the ball hit the floor, so ended up working out as Adeline Smith serves it away once again. McConnell to Thornsley, far side. She gets the kill.
Yeah, big time swing from Thornsley there, right when her team needs it most to cut it to 8-6. It's going to put Davis back to, no, excuse me, it's going to be Blakeman.
Ingram sets it up right down the middle. Groff pushes it over with 2 and a dig from Davis. Now Thornsley to Hoskins down the line, dug up by King in the back row. Ingram comes to Savage, near side, she gets the kill.
Again, a clever shot from Savage on the outside. Give King credit with a good defensive dig. And again, I love Jillian Savage's aggressiveness, not afraid of the moment.
We've seen some of those secondary hitters for the Braves come up in big-time moments tonight for Logan Elm. Thornsley to Blakeman from the attack line, dug up by Groff. Now Groff on the attack into the back row, dug up by Claire Davis as Thornsley sends it to Hoskins down the line and a dig from Ingram. Now King down the middle, what a swing from the senior as she gets the kill.
Yeah, big-time swing, now 10-6, and Petty stays on the service line. Now Dewey, Petty has a real risk-reward type serve. This is where it really will test you to see how much you trust it to turn it loose.
Groff serves it away. It's received by Blakeman. Thornsley goes to Hoskins on the far side, and she gets the kill.
So impressed with Hoskins on the outside. The 6-foot senior comes in averaging 2.5 kills per set. Certainly been on that pace here this evening.
Thornsley serves it away for the Tigers. Groff gives it to King near side. A nice dig from Davis in the back row. Here's Hoskins on the attack, swinging away. Blocked by Groff along with King. Now it's Fleck near side, swinging away. What a dig that keeps it alive in the back row from Petty as Logan Elm gets it over on the free ball. Here's Hoskins, far side for the kill.
Unbelievable volleyball on both sides. Great effort. Man, if you're not having fun in this, I'm just not sure what to tell you.
It's been back and forth all night and now culminating in set number 5. Groff goes backside on the move. It's King. She punches it over. A dig from Thornsley. Blakeman now sets it up for Fleck with 2 hands, pushes it over. What a dig from Kennedy. Groff who keeps it alive as the Braves come away with the kill. She just did sneak the hand in.
Yeah, a little bit of a pancake type thing there, and coach there obviously doesn't think she got it. Line judge is going to come in. Officials will come together. Makes it very, very difficult at this point to change it unless someone did see it.
I believe it was Ingram who, as of now, snuck the hand in. And they're going to keep it that way. One of those plays that you more or less dream of the opportunity to get a chance to make, and Ingram certainly delivered there.
Well, I know it's frustrating, but if you're Circleville, probably a good timeout. I was going to say, if you're Circleville, you just don't have time to worry about it. Down at 11-8 now, you've got to be able to refocus and get a good serve receive. So probably a good timeout. Obviously an emotional call, didn't go your way. Give your kids a chance to regroup. Still just down 3. You just got to come out and get something on target and give one of your hitters a good swing. Your Logan Elm again. All starts with a good serve. Got to be able to trust it here. Groff's been really good back there. She serves at about 97% on the year, so it's one of those things you got to trust your work here and stay aggressive with your spot.
Thornsley goes to the far side. It's Fleck. She gets the kill out of the timeout for the Tigers.
Circleville continues to execute out of the huddle. Much needed point, back to 11-9. Great chance for the Tigers here.
6-foot senior Drew Hoskins back to the service line for the Tigers. Kennedy Groff front setting Claire King. Soft touch. She gets the kill.
Yeah, again, it's the vision. She comes in and she knows exactly where she wants to go. They're going to get the mop in here again, but Claire King, just what a special athlete, special talent.
Binkley to serve it away for the Braves. Thornsley keeps it near side for Edgington. A dig from Groff. Bump set from Binkley and a roll shot far side from Smith. Now Blakeman to Edgington near side. Dug up by Groff once again. Near side, it's a push shot over. Now free ball over by the Braves. Edgington swinging away. Dug up by Binkley. Now King down the lane. She nearly gets the kill, but it's an overpass back to the Braves. Now King to the back left corner. She got it in. One of those unorthodox rallies, but it goes the Braves' way.
It really, yeah, that's what I was going to say. She just stayed with it, right? Yeah, they were a little out of system. Groff was forced to take some digs, and they just stayed with it.
I think even I was a bit out of system there. Binkley serves it away, a 4-point lead for Logan Elm. Here's Edgington swinging away. She stuck it in. And now the Braves on the wrong end of a tight call.
Big time swing there from the lefty junior coming cross court and lines it in, and going to send the captain over to the up official to talk. Coach Ridenauer giving his
I believe it
opinion.
should be 13-10. That's what our scoreboard reads. Here in the gym, it's 14-9. Now
they
they've got it
there.
flipped around.
And that's a great example of that two-point swing on every single play. That's what makes it so exciting as you get into the rally scoring. So here you're going to have King hitting out of the opposite side, the weak side here on this first ball over. Let's see if Logan Elm can get a pass. Let's see if Circleville recognizes the block.
Kaylee West serves it away tight to the net. Groff brings it to Smith near side. She's blocked up top by Edgington, and it falls in play on the Brave side.
Big time defensive play.
West floats it over, nearly gets the ace tight to the net. Ingram flits it over on the free ball. Now McConnell on the far side, blocked by King, but it flies out of bounds, and it's a 1-point set here in the fifth. Timeout, Logan Elm.
Again, this has had every single thing you'd want. You've had some tight calls both ways. You've had some momentum shifts both ways. Opportunities, but you have to be able to do the basic things, and give Circleville a lot of credit. They stayed with it. They've been able to compose themselves back to 13-12. Logan Elm's had 2 or 3 opportunities here with King still in the front row, and they haven't been able to pass the ball on target to give her a swing.
The Tigers with Mallory McConnell in, so that could open up things offensively. Swinging away for Allie Thornsley. The Tigers faithful comes to their feet here in the fifth set. It's 13-12 Logan Elm. Groff from the attack line, back setting King. Tigers keep it alive. It's a free ball over by Thornsley. This time Groff goes right back to King. She's blocked, but the Braves keep it alive. Green gets it over on the free ball. Thornsley to Edgington into the back row. Dug up by Petty. Here's Smith near side. Thornsley punches it to the far side. It's a free ball over by West. Now Groff to King. She gets the kill. Match point coming up. It's 14-12.
Unbelievable volleyball. Back and forth we go. Defense incredible on both sides. Now it's going to be King going back to serve. So it's going to have to be someone else. If the ball goes live here and gets going, someone else at the net's going to need to make a play for the Braves.
14-12, Logan Elm leading. King serves it away. McConnell bump sets to Edgington. She rolls it over to Logan Elm. Now Groff goes to Liggins. She flips it over with the right hand. Bump set from Edgington near side. It's Fleck with two hands. Dig from King. Bump set from Groff. Back over by Adeline Smith, and the Braves win it in 5.
We said someone else at the net was going to need to make a play, and it was Adeline Smith finding a hole in the middle. What an incredible volleyball match. A privilege to call and be a part of it here this evening.
For the first time in 6 meetings, Logan Elm picks up a win over Circleville. The first time since September 30th, 2021. It had been 6 consecutive match wins for the Tigers. The Braves now remain undefeated, 2-0 in the MSL, 8-1 overall. What a match we had here in Pickaway County tonight. We'll take a break. Stick around for the post-game show here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometowncchevy.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
We welcome you back to the Glo Fiber Gymnasium here at Circleville High School. The Braves taking down the Tigers in 5, what could only be described as a 5-set thriller here on this Tuesday night. It was an outstanding matchup, and if anybody is just now tuning in, I definitely recommend you go back and watch this one on replay at the conclusion of the broadcast, because it was certainly one that I even might go back to watch. And I really think even though Logan Elm came out on top here tonight, the people that really won are us sitting up here, the people in the stands, and those watching at home.
That's well said. Again, if you don't go back and watch it and you like high school volleyball just a little bit, you're cheating yourself if you didn't have a chance to see this one. What an incredible match. Back and forth, two teams that know each other really, really well. So much size and athleticism all over the court. The defensive effort was top-notch. And I thought what made it special, too, is you had the best players show up in some big-time spots and deliver some highlight-type of plays. And at the end of the night, Logan Elm found the way to be 3 points better.
So the Braves set to continue MSL action this Thursday, as is Circleville. They'll both be at home. For the Braves, it's Liberty Union. Circleville will host Hamilton Township. And it was a match here tonight that saw the Tigers jump out to a one-set lead before Logan Elm would take the second and third sets, and then it was Circleville who rallied in the fourth to pick up their second set win of the night, and more or less down to the wire in the fifth, as it was a 15-12 final. They saw Adeline Smith provide the final dagger offensively for Logan Elm to pick up the conference win.
Yeah, let's take a look at some statistics here. We'll start over on the home side with Circleville. It was the 1-2 punch of Addison Edgington and Drew Hoskins, and Addison was outstanding, the lefty middle hitter, 6'2", junior. Unofficially, I had 18 kills. Then I had about anywhere from 6 to 8 blocks, a couple question marks there. It's so hard to live sometimes if you don't go to the film. She was involved in a lot of defensive plays. Sometimes you don't know if they get it solo, if they're there on the assist. Nonetheless, her size was a huge factor offensively and defensively. Again, Hoskins with 15 kills on the evening. Allie Thornsley, obviously, with a lot of assists. She came on as starting to do some strong side hitting late in that match, had 13 kills. Maddie Blakeman, I thought she was really good tonight. She had 9. And then you get 5 from Fleck. You get 4 more from Emily Edgington. And, again, I don't have Diggs and so forth. Obviously, Davis was really good in the back row. I thought West and Fleck, really good. Fleck had the 5 kills. I thought West did a pretty good job of serving throughout the evening. And just a really good all-around effort. This Circleville team is going to be just fine. They're going to kind of find some things in their rotation there, and they're going to go on to have an incredible year and be ready for the rematch with this group the second time around. On the winning side tonight for Logan Elm, Claire King, 29 kills is what I had unofficially, and again, you never know on those, but nonetheless, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's
right around 6%.
Yeah, and she was just terrific, mixing and matching. The all-around effort of Kennedy Groff was really good. She stuffs the stat sheet. I had her here 7 kills, but she did a great job serving and setting and defensively as well. Adeline Smith, who delivered her 10th and final kill for the game winner. Jillian Savage with 4. Marlo Smith with 3. Liggins, the freshman, again, continues to impress me every time. Now, I had her for 2 kills. I had her also. I had down about 6 for sure, maybe even a 7th or 8th time where she was involved in a block. I thought she was terrific defensively throughout the evening. Kiki Ingram obviously doing a good job of setting. She had a couple kills. Petty passing in the back row. Her serve was certainly an impact throughout the match. And then highlight the play of libero's Sadie Binkley. I thought she was really, really good in stretches tonight, stepping in and playing. Macy Green also giving them some time there. Coach Ridenauer obviously goes pretty deep into the bench.
And you mentioned Marlo Smith finishing with 3 kills tonight. 2 of those, along with a block that fell in on the Tigers' side, accounted for about 3 of the Logan Elm, maybe 4 or 5 points there. And I think the second or third set,
second
she really
set
came
was a
alive.
huge spot. You're exactly right. And I thought that was the same thing with Jillian Savage. Sometimes only the 4 kills statistically, but I thought there were some key times where, because what I always look for, the coach in me, Dewey, I always look for kids who maybe are afraid of the moment. And what I really liked about a couple of those kids, in some of the most pressurized spots of the match, there was no fear, right? They turned it loose and they played hard, and they went on the aggressive and really delivered for their team at some critical spots in the match.
And you can go ahead and circle. It's not too far away, actually, just a little over 3 weeks. September 25th, these two teams will meet again just
I'm
down the road.
I'm going to write that down because I'm not going to miss it there. September
25th. Yeah, right down the road at Logan Elm. These two teams will meet up again in what should be another outstanding matchup. You can't really figure it would stray too far away from what we saw tonight.
Well, you and I have been excited about this week for a while now. When we were live on the schedule, we said, hey, let's make it a 2-night travel on that week when we get to it there with Logan Elm Circleville. And then now we get a chance to go Thursday for what should be equally a special night of volleyball.
Well, and if you remember back to last year, a lot of the conference games we did, obviously they're going to play each other 2 times, and it seemed like every time we would see them live, it would be a 3-set match, but every time we weren't there, it would go to 5 sets, and it seems like for this matchup specifically, as of now, we're at least on the good end, but I would definitely expect another 4, even 5-setter come this time, September 25th.
Well, that'll teach us not to do the other round, right?
Again, if you are looking for more high school volleyball here on SOSA this week, we'll be down at Gallia Academy this Thursday as they host Wheelersburg. And again, what is going to be a pretty star-studded matchup in the non-conference, and really should be a preview as to 2 teams that could make some noise in the postseason as well.
Man, I think so. Just so complete. It's just like these teams here tonight. There's so many. They have their star power, but, man, everybody plays their role, and they play it so well. Thursday night, you turn the stream on there, you're going to see, gosh, I'd say off the top of my head, probably 5 to 6 all Ohio-level potential volleyball players there in that match. And man, I think that's going to be a lot of fun to call that one as well.
All righty, well, that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. Also some football this Friday as well, as you and Carson will be down on the west side as the Senators host Hillsboro in some non-conference football action. Should be a fun way to more or less round out the non-conference for a lot of teams, as I believe outside the FAC, most are looking at about 3 to 4 non-conference games. Obviously, the SVC and SOCs will jump into league play. I think the FAC still has a couple weeks left in their non-conference schedule, but should be a great one this Friday as well.
Well, and I know with the expanded playoffs, we don't make as big a deal of it as we once did, but I think it's a pretty crucial week for playoffs. Before you get into league play and you start beating everybody up, this is where you and your league can gather some pretty significant points if you look at some of these matchups this week.
All righty, well, that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight of Ohio High School volleyball. Along with Shane Combs, my name is Dewey Daly saying so long from the Glow Fiber Gymnasium here at Circleville High School. You've been watching Ohio High School volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.